I've served the military intelligence for the past 35 years. It has always been the case. Our problem is religion and socio-cultural.
The main problem we have in this world is religion. This is 225, and I'm saying this from Nigeria, but not only in Nigeria. The problem we have in Nigeria is religion. The problem of Africa is religion. The problem of Europe, Asia, and every other continent in the whole world, the main problem is religion. Like I say, this is 225. And I'm not saying this to challenge anybody because a lot of people view things through religious lenses. So by saying this thing boldly, they will feel some one or two forms of attack. But I'm not saying this to attack anybody. I'm only saying this to point out a few things. And if you should say no to what I'm saying, then by before the end of this video or at the end of this video, I'm going to leave an open challenge. I'm going to leave an open challenge to anybody who wish to debunk what I'm saying. And if you are debunking what I'm saying, you have to bring a lot of facts and evidences because you cannot just say no, the problem of this world is not religion, and you did not say anything that is very very important, or you did not make any point out of anything. Now, like I said, this is 225, and by 225 the world is estimated to be about 8.2 billion people. There are a lot of people in this world, estimated to be a number of 8.2 billion. Now, out of this 8.2 billion, or in this world of 8.2 billion, we have a total or an estimated range of about 4,000 to 10,000 gods, a value range of about 4,000 to 10,000 religion, or 4,000 to 10,000 gods. That means 8 billion people serving 10,000 gods. If you understand why there is a lot of chaos in this world, somebody will say, but the chaos and the battles, the wars, the fights in this world has never been restricted to religion. I know. It is not restricted to religion. There have been tribal wars, there have been communal wars, there has been personal beefs, a conflict, and the rest of them. But let me tell you the reality of everything. Tribal wars, communal wars, and the rest of them can be resolved, and they have been proven to be resolved over the last number of centuries that we live in this world. I've lived to witness some of them, up to one or two communal wars that takes place, or tribal wars based on land disputes, but all of them has been resolved. Almost all the communal wars that I have ever witnessed, most of them have been resolved, and they are resolved. Sometimes it takes how many years, nobody will ever hear that there was a communal war. But religious wars never end. Religious wars never ends. All the conflicts created by religion in this world, they last for generations, centuries upon centuries, and they can never be resolved. By today, being 2025, there are a lot of regions, a lot of conflicts going on around the world. But if you check their background, if you check the background of all these conflicts, and what is the driving power or the driving force behind all the most heinous battles fought, all the most grievous wars being fought today, is religion, either between this religion or that one, because every religion in this world has a globalization agenda. Every of them has a globalization agenda, being it Abrahamic or non-Abrahamic. Now, what baffles me the most is when we have Abrahamic religions, which are the three main religions that the world loves, the world most of the people practice, and find pleasure in belonging to. The three Abrahamic religion: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Now, what baffles me most is that Abraham had only one God. Abraham did not have two gods, or did not serve three gods. But we have a group of people, each claiming to serve the God that Abraham served, and all of them are serving different gods. Christians are serving Yahweh, Muslims are serving Allah, and Jews are serving Jehovah. It baffles me a lot. Like I said, this video, the intention of me making this video is not to attack anybody, but to just tell you the truth and the reality of things. And before the end of this video, I want you to take note. My main aim of making this video is to tell you that is watching me, or anywhere in the world where you are, that The only time this world will know peace, this world will have peace, this world will experience peace, peace beyond boundaries, is when the whole world, everybody, thinking twice towards their religion. Everybody start questioning things. That at the end of the day, maybe, I'm not saying it should be, that maybe everybody should forget their religion. Everybody should leave their religion and then concentrate on what we call humanity. That is the purpose of me making this video. And at the end of this video, I will expect a lot of people, or anybody concerned, or anybody who come across this video and wants to debunk what I'm saying, to bring out evidences why we should continue being in religion. But I will tell you that the day everybody thinks twice and then forget about religion, or even if you can't forget about your religion, you should have your religion in your own room. But outside your room, religion should be abandoned. That is the time this world will know peace. This world will start. Everybody will start coexisting in peace. Now, you see Nigeria as a case study. Over the years, it is very, very rare. It is very rare for you or anybody watching this video to point out where there has been a case of tribal wars or tribal, battle in Nigeria that has claimed the lives of people as religion has done. Because I want to tell you categorically, whether you deny it or not, this war happening in Nigeria even today is a religious war. Why? Because there are some set of people who says their God rewards them when their God gives them reward. And what is the reward? Even they themselves, after people, they are not going to receive the reward when they are alive until when they die. What a foolishness. Though I don't want to insult them, let me stick to boundaries. Though I'm so much angry making this video, but I have to calm down. Now, religion has done so much harm, especially to the black community. Why? Because as black people in Africa, we have welcomed a lot of religion which were originally not our religions. They didn't originate here, they have not been known here, but people brought it to us and then we received it. How can you in the same house, you are with your brother and your sister? The Arabs came with Islam and your brother received Islam, and they confused, or should I say convinced your brother to believe that without Islam your brother will not make heaven. Then they convinced another people came. When they came, they did not meet your brother, they met you, and then they convinced you that without Christianity you cannot make heaven. When you are not there, another person came with Judaism and deceived your third brother that without Judaism you cannot make heaven. And three of you are living in the same room, but everybody is believing a different thing. One is believing without Allah, he cannot make heaven. One is believing without Yahweh, he cannot make heaven. One is believing without Jehovah, he cannot make heaven. And then three people who are supposed to be in peace at one certain time are divided. Why? Because people brought ideologies with them and they foolishly accepted it. Foolishly. And it pains me a lot when I start thinking about these things, when I remember all these things. It pains me a lot. Now, over the years, Christianity, as well as Islam and Judaism, all of them has global agenda to take over the world. Islam is preparing to take over the world. Christianity wants to take over the world. Judaism wants to take over the world, and everybody is doing their possible best through what they can to take over the world. I don't know which one is going to take over the world at last. But if this mess does not continue, then it must be that one of them must surely fulfill their desire of taking over the whole world. The Christian solely believes they have to take over the world. That is why they will continue quoting the commission of Matthew 28. Quoting somebody gave them commission to take over the world and make disciples of all nations. So that is an agenda for them. They want to take over the whole world and make everybody a Christian. I don't know how they want to achieve that. But according to them, they say they are going to, because their Bible also says that the gospel of truth has to be preached to the whole world before their Jesus returns, right? The gospel of truth has to be preached to the whole world. That means they are going to win everybody to Christianity before Jesus returns, and that will be the end of the world. So they want to take over the world. They quote the commission of Matthew 28. They will go to Psalms and will say the whole earth belongs to God and everything thereof. And then everybody has to pay homage to their God, who is Yahweh. And then they will go to Exodus and start saying something. Exodus 20. That nobody should serve any other God except their God. So if you are unfortunate to be born in a Christian home, you will believe what they are telling you. If you cannot question something, if you cannot sit down and start having some questions, thinking on some things, you will think what they are telling you is the truth. And indeed, to them, it is the truth. You understand? Now, the same thing are the Muslims. They want to take over the world. And they say, according to them, nobody should serve any other God but Allah. Now, if you were born in a Muslim home, you will believe what they are saying. And if you were taught the Muslim ideology, you will believe Islam is true. And then Christianity and the rest is fake. There are also a lot of verses in the Quran that says everybody in the earth, owes Allah, has to pay homage to Allah only. That is why even the Muslims has this global agenda. They want to take over the whole world and give it to Allah. You will see that in Surah 1, verse 5, Surah 112, verse 7, and the rest of them. I will keep everything on the screen so that you will see. And you will observe everything yourself. Now, even the Jews has the same globalization agenda. According to them, they have to rule the world. Every other nation has to be slaves under them. Every other nation, be in Nigeria or wherever you are, in Africa, South Africa, in Asia, everywhere you are, in Europe, you, according to their God, you are a slave to the Jews. And they have to rule the world. That means they have a globalization agenda. But I want to ask you, if everybody, Muslims, Christians, and Jews, the three Abrahamic religion, I want to choose only these three and talk about. Like I'm saying, I want to maintain something about the three of them, because first of all, I think they are confused. How can your father have only one God, and then three of you who are brothers are claiming that everybody is claiming that what I'm having is what my father had. For example, your father had a bike. Your father had a bike. You did not even know the bike. Your father died. After your father died, one of you went and collected Bajaj from someone and said that was his father's bike. Another went and collected the Daylong and said that was his father's bike. Another went and collected another kind of bike, that was his father's bike. And now this case has been taken to the court to be for a judge to decide who is true and who is saying the truth and who is lying out of three. And the judge asks you, how many bikes did your father had? You said, all of you said one. And then he asks the first one, which bike did your father have? He will say, maybe I don't know, but I think the bike that my father had was a Daylong. That was why I went and see somebody's Daylong. Another person will come and say, it's Bajaj, this and that. And three of you are saying your father had only one bike, but you are having three bikes, everybody different from one another. And every one of you is claiming that the one I have is the one that my father had, that I collected from someone. Not as if you saw these bikes on the road. You just took the bikes from people because they told you your father gave his bike to someone. And then when he died, all of you, everybody went and seized another person's bike, and three bikes are presented to the judge. If the judge is a wise man, I don't know what he will do. But you decide, you that is watching me, decide to be the judge and judge these three people. Tell which one of them is true among three concerning this bike issue. Then bring that same issue into this religious field concerning the sons of Abraham. That all of them want to claim the world. They have three different gods. at the end of the day they will claim that it is only one God, just that they have three names. The only thing is that there are three names, but the person they are serving is one. Who told you that? Who deceived you? How can you tell me the God of the Muslim, Christian, and Jews are the same? Why themselves? Themselves if they were serving the same God? Now, before I end this video, I want to tell you something. I want to challenge some people. If you are telling me that everybody must serve their gods, even these gods of the sons of Abraham, which are very violent, everybody must serve these gods. Everybody must continue to serve these gods until generations to come. You have to prove to me beyond doubt how, if we continue in our religions, how the world is going to see peace. How this world is going to see peace if we continue with our religions. But I can tell you that if we leave every religion today, or everybody is all, we should restrict religion to everybody in his own house, in his room. Don't bring religion outside your room. This world will start experiencing peace. Because nobody knows the religion you belong to when you are doing it in your own room. And should there be any campaign anywhere that somebody is bringing out to say, I belong to this religion, that kind of person should be unalived. We have to try our possible best to solve this problem once and for all for generations to come. If not, what we are seeing today is just a seed germinating, a germinating seed. What they will experience, what our children's children will experience, will be more violent than this one. Now, I challenge you, mostly pastors and imams, the sheikhs in Nigeria, to answer this thing, to answer me this question, because this question cannot be answered by any other person who is not at the top in religion. Because all these gullible ones all of the younger ones may not know how to answer this question. They may not know how to answer this question. All these small people who are going to church and who are going to mosques, who don't know anything but rely on what their leaders tell them, they will not know how to answer this question. They will not know how to answer this question. Now, first of all, I want to ask this question first to the Christians, and I need people like people of the caliber of Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakilome, Pastor Dr. Abel Damina, and people like Apostle Joshua Selman. They are the ones who can answer these questions to me. Tell me, if we continue serving your God, and then we continue serving the God of the Muslims and the God of the Jews in Nigeria, all the three Abrahamic gods continue to be in Nigeria, which way are your gods going to give us peace? Because the last time I remember, the God of the Christians is a 419 God. The God of the Muslim is a bloodthirsty God, and the God of the Jews alike. All of them have their faults. So, what do you think if we continue? As in, I don't know how I will put this question, but just manage to answer this question to me. If we continue serving these gods, are we going to see peace? From the Muslim community, the people, the caliber of people who I demand to answer this question, because I'm asking this question from the heart of a concerned generation that wants to know the way forward. Why all this are continuing, and what we have to do to end this once and for all, and then have a world that is full of peace. So the caliber of people who are going to answer these questions to me, and they may know what to say in Islam in Nigeria, to people like Sheikh Ibrahim Ibn Saleh Al Hosseini, people like Sheikh Dahiru Usman Bauchi, and Professor Ishaq Olarewaju, Ishaq Olarewaju Oloyede, Ishaq Olarewaju Oloyede. I have called three people in all of this in these two communities, because so far in Nigeria we have these two religions, that are not giving us peace, that are making us to not to rest are two. Judaism is not that much in Nigeria. If it was, you know, if Judaism was much in Nigeria, I would have called someone even from the from the Jewish community to answer this question. Now, these are my questions, and I need answers. If we continue serving these your gods, are we sure we are going to have peace in Nigeria? What what are the legacy we are leaving for the children unborn to know? Are we making them to be breeding in a society that believe that is a normal thing, but all because of religion? Because so I need answers to this, and I need answers to this as much as fast as possible. I have a lot of questions, but I will just leave like this for today. I will just leave like this for today. But I'm going to ask many other questions, and I will keep on asking these questions until I get an answer to them. Because sincerely, I need an answer. Now, before you answer me, I want to tell you that the day everybody in Africa, just assuming, just imagine you that is a Christian, you are a Christian because you were unfortunate to be in a community where Christianity was brought to you. Then the Muslims, they are Muslims today because they were unfortunate to be in a community where Islam was preached to them. And then everybody accepted it to be an eternal truth. And everybody is saying another one is a liar. Just imagine you as a Christian, imagine yourself being a Muslim, and you as a Muslim, imagine yourself being a Christian. We need to be asking these questions, and we need answers to these questions. But I tell you, the day Muslims and Christians leave their religion, or they start practicing their religion only in their room, and this should be restricted. If our government cannot do it, I tell you, a generation is coming that will do it. A generation is coming that will do it. It is just a matter of time. Now, almost everybody in Nigeria is a religious person, but I tell you, very soon, there are going to be a lot of people who will revolt against religion. Take it or leave it. I was a Christian. I belonged to the Christian community until recently. I knew something, I saw something. After I finished reading the Bible, I saw what maybe some of you have stayed in church till your old age, but you have not seen. After I finished reading the Bible, there are a lot of things I will reveal from the Bible, but not in this episode. Watch out for the next